hey guy, I'm thinking of shows that need movies. That will be not one guide on how to make shows into movies, not the other way around, like make TV shows. Like besides that Firewoman movie, V and a couple of other like the Polar Express. This one will be my kind of like. Now, Chuggington will be the first one. Now, I think I either want it to be a 50-minute movie, or an hour long, an hour and 10 minutes long. An hour and 10 minutes long or something. Just let me talk to you while I'm burning these pants. Anyway, the movie will start with you know how sometimes movies happen? Yeah, it will start with their own intro. But I have several ideas for a Chuggington movie, but I would have got the first thing. First thing is a future story. A future story, like the Fans and Ferb episode Act Your Age. Like the first thing is a movie that shows up what the characters are like after the events of the show. Like, we will start the movie off with in the Roundhouse Park. Now I'm just gonna go after I'm done deleting all this stuff. And I'm not like waiting patiently because if you could see my quest, but I've actually had to redo my entire progress because vacuum up. Okay. I will go into the ghost world. This is what I really do whenever I fight boss. Anyway, the first avenue I can see them taking with the Chuggington movie is that it's about the characters, like I said earlier, are taking that direction. Like how Wilson, Coco, and Brewster be separated for half the plot of the movie and then regain their presence like the fifth act, in the third act. But that avenue doesn't seem like a possibility. I mean, with the characters there's in the new reboot, it doesn't seem like it. I think more likely if this story did get made, if Disney watching it, it would get made into like an episode of the new show. A future episode or something along those lines. Now, the second idea I had for the movie is, well, not a coming of age story, but kind of similar. You see, the plot of this, but this one that was actually the theatrical cut. That was actually the theatrical one. The one I just discussed was the theatrical 1 minute and 10 second plot. But this. Oh, it wasn't on my. Now I can either defeat. Well, at least that was the theatrical cut of the movie, a coming of age story. Now the second one is going to be about a brand new location called New Frame City. New Frame City. Now, New Frame is actually a brand new location. Introduced. Now, you see, what happened is the old original chuggington, where we spent all the show, is shown at age. It's shown at age. Most of the buildings are run down. Everything run down in the original chuggington. So Wilson, Coco, and Brewster moved to New Frame City while they're fixing up their old depot. But Wilson said, "Oh, Bumpers, there's no work to do." Now, Bumpers is... I think it's just a case of... He said, the movie starts like with the waking up. Well, you want to know how the chuggington got so much repair? Near the beginning of the movie, a montage will start of showing even the chuggington just become so old and worn out that V said, "All chugger, please report to either Chuggington or New Frame City with and then we are introduced to construction workers that are repairing the entire Chuggington. Well, Wilson said, "I'm gonna go get CP1 from." Well, everyone either moved to New Frame City, like some choose Chuggington. Now the plot of the movie is not going to be that hard like Magic Railroad. I know the Magic Railroad, Thomas and the Magic Railroad movie was just too hard or something. Now, the Thomas and the Magic Railroad movie was so hard to follow along with it. Convoluted plot. Now, the movie was so hard to follow along because of its convoluted plot that I'm gonna leave a link in the video description to my own video. Of how to fix it down below in the. Now, be warned that Joshua's train have been deleted because I want to leave room for one more YouTuber. I will try to find out a place. Anyway, well, Wilson wants to become also the chief of Chub Patrol. But something I forgot to mention about the theatrical cut, but I'm going to mention now, is that Wilson wants to become. That Wilson loves the Chug. Now I'm going to erase Wilson being Chief Wilson from the. In the theatrical cut of the Chuggington movie, he becomes he's the chief of Chug Patrol after Jackman retired. But in this version, he has yet to become chief of Chug Patrol. Patrol. Now, Brewster is also planning to become a more junior like he also, but Coco is happier. But all three of them well, I'm gonna add elements from the theatrical cut and put them in. Like the fact that Coco and Brewster are the only ones happier now at their work, while Wilson is just sad all the time at work. I mean, when I mean he's sad, I mean Wilson has been sad a lot. But Wilson, but then as he boards new train Eddie, he finds the building still under construction, even though construction was completed almost 2 years ago. Now the city took hold on, let me look up how long it took the entirety of New York City to build. Be right back. Can I just say, for the sake of it, it took like 1 decade or something? For the sake of it, it took like 2, maybe 3 decades. It took like, well, no. You see, construction on New Train City actually started all the way back when Chuggington was still theme town. So New Train City had been slowly building over the last 10 or 700 years. Now, yeah, you're probably thinking, what about the old Chuggington? Are all the characters going to stay where they are instead of going back? Yes, but that's for one character. Maybe 2, maybe 3. But I will tell you. See, what happens is Wilson, they're still builders. They're still working on New Train City Chug Patrol AQ. Are still working on their own Chug Patrol AQ. Now Wilson takes a look at it. Then Danny, he took a look inside of it. He took a look inside of it. Wait, I have these things. I only have 10 left. Anyway. So I need to only defeat 3 more bosses. Including Anyway, Wilson takes a look inside the new Chug Patrol AQ. I'm at least thinking of the story as I go along. But Wilson knows how there's enough room for all the wagons. Now every Chug Patrol AQ is designed to look like a firefighting. Now Wilson asked one of the workers if Chug Patrol they're ready to go, but no, the construction is about to end in like 2 days. Now the movie takes place over the course of a week. I'm saying that, well, it would take the rest of the week. Well, it's still going to take us a week to decide on who's going to become the chief of this place. After we connected to Chuggington, one of the workmen said in a little. Anyway, Wilson then says, I could become the chief. I'm already a chug patroller. I could become a chug patroller here. But then but then Wilson breaks down because he hasn't had. Now, I'm gonna tell you about my favorite. I'm gonna make a list of my favorite characters there and tell you why I like them. I will make a new playlist called My Favorite Character. And why they're my favorite. Of course, they will be from random shows. Like, I'm not gonna have two, but I'm planning only 5 episodes. I don't know. I don't have many. I have a lot of favorite characters, but I want to keep it short. I like to have a laundry list of favorite characters. So I'm only going to pick maybe 20. And why are they my favorite character? I will make that series on Fridays. On Fridays from now on. And I'm gonna actually return with Fall Cyphron this coming Friday. But I need new batteries for my controller. Anyway, Wilson says at I'm gonna just defeat Graham. Anyway, Wilson, the controller there, a lady by the name of Miss Ella. Yes, I'm combining the cartoonian stuff with, but can I just use it for this? I'm gonna just use it. Anyway, Mrs. Ella says engine of those of chuggington. Compression is actually halfway. Compression is almost done with chuggington, so you can come back. The workman said, except for you, Wilson. Said, why me? Me. Give him. No. You know what? I'm gonna rate that part in the movie where Wilson can't come back. But anyway, we see Wilson and Coco and Brewster in the new upgraded Chuggington. It has a better Chug Patrol HQ. The repair shed bigger. Everything is better. Like the hog washes have. Like Wilson decided to get a bath to look all sparkling clean. As he rolls into them, he thinks about the Java. Atlee, one of the workmen, offered him the job earlier, and he's thinking about it. As he's getting a bath, why does he go to the working wheel yard? Because he decided to use the chug wash. But then the next day. No. This all in terms of when this happens, the movie takes place, both versions take place over, the theatrical cut take place over the course of a day, but this one takes place over the course of 2 months. But Wilson is thinking about the job offer for if he can become chief. But he's not ready yet for that responsibility. He doesn't know even how to use Chopper Pro 4. But then a week ago, well, no, he's thinking to himself as he getting, did I say he's getting a bath? I meant to say he's getting refueled. He's getting refueled. So, as he's thinking about it, the old Puffer P comes up and says, hey, Windsock, it's Wilson. Just like Fireman Sam in the movie, Wilson ultimately decides if I wonder what did Wilson decide. I will tell you the answer in one moment. Well, it's just like Fireman Sam, the movie where Sam is offered a job at Newtown for the Newtown Fire Brigade. With the Newtown Fire Brigade. And Wilson is offered the same job but with Chug Patrol. An organization he's been with for now nearly a decade. He's been with Chug Patrol for nearly a decade. Yeah, 1 decade had passed in the movie. So anyway, but then at night, he lies awake. He lies awake in a roundhouse. He lies awake in a roundhouse at night, thinking about what to do. Should I get the job? Now, here where the movie gets a flashback, or rather a dream sequence, I don't know. A dream sequence flashback, where Wilson remembers the day he joined Chub Patrol. Hold on. The day he joined Chub Patrol Inc. Okay. Oh. I'm just going to get those two. Excellent, I found him. Anyway, he thinks about it late into the night, and Chapman asks, hey Wilson, what's on your mind? Nothing, Chief. As Chapman said, as Wilson was getting routine maintenance done at the repair shed, Morgan still runs it 10 years later. Well, he was, I don't know how old he was, but he's only been with the company for 1 decade. But Morgan was 30 and now he's 40. Let's just say Morgan was 20 when he started to repair trains, and now 10 years later, I don't know. I did want to keep Morgan in the movie because Morgan and Wilson seem, those are Clunky Wilson, one of my favorite episodes of season 1. He said, Anything wrong, Wilson? Then fine, Morgan. You told Jackman that, and I don't think you're telling the truth. And Morgan, the mechanic, said, start to sing the Dot McDuffie song. Got something on your mind, don't keep it inside. Fine, Wilson. Morgan at Wilson the same the thing that Dot McDuffie will say to her patients if someone won't talk. I'm gonna use that element right here in the movie. Anyway, Morgan asks Wilson what the problem is, and he tells him about the job offer all the way in New Plain City. And he asks what the problem. Well, the problem is I will have to leave Chuggington. And I love it here. And then we get a flashback to when Wilson came off of the stuff when he was first built. When Wilson came off, when he came, I've been here my entire life, said Wilson. Should I real? I'm not gonna make the video ever long. Anywho, Wilson says, Morgan, what should I do? I have not even met the mechanic yet, but he doesn't seem like a nice guy. Maybe you could, but how many trains are there? How many chuggers are there on Tunnington? In New Plain City? Not that many. In fact, the majority. Oh, not that. I'm gonna ask the trains that come from Tunnington. Like Pace. And Wilson go talk to Pace. In Tunnington. Tunnington, you know what? If they want to say money or not, just reuse the Chuggington asset. I don't really give a shit about that. But you know what? Give every location a redesign. Like but then Wilson thinking about it again, but Jackman heard what Morgan heard him say. Wait, I know that what? It's just you can use all the CPs in Brett you. Like, wasn't it your brave action? And then we got a little montage of Wilson's greatest moments being on the force. Being on the Chopper Patrol force. Wasn't it your thinking that saved Coco that one time? And didn't you say Brewster because... Didn't you say Brewster? All good points, Chief. But I'm gonna miss all of you. Good all points, Chief. But the problem is, Chief, is that the job offer is that I have to live there, and I love living here in Chuggington. I love this town. I've been here since I was a train fresh off the assembly line. One of the new places is actually a build yard. It's actually a workshop where they actually do that, build trains. And Wilson came, like he said, came right off the train. Oh, but Wilson, it's a big responsibility. It's a big responsibility, said Jackman. Man to Wilson. They rally in the new Chopper Patrol queue. Chug Command, release Chopper Patrol 4. Wait, that's the one I have a problem with. I know. Let's go do more stuff with Chopper Patrol 4. At that day, Wilson So what do you have a problem with? I want, you see, remember last time I used it? Yeah? But you're quick thinking that saved Eddie as well. And Wilson said, if I, if it's, you're literally a good chub patrol, Wilson. But, so, I'm gonna miss my friends. Oh, right, you have friends. Wilson, as he said, Coco and Brewster are my friends. And I don't want to have new friends. I mean, when my engine was broken, again, they were my rock. That's the reason why I managed to get an upgrade. Because Brewster and Coco cheered me up when I was mainly at the repair shed. They helped me when they weren't. Did I say I was at the repair shed? I meant when I was stuck waiting for a new engine to arrive because it took literal months for it to arrive. During that time, I was stuck at the roundhouse. And yet, guess who interrupted every part of their day to come and see me? Me. Who? Coco and Brewster. Oh. If they took time out of their day to come and see me. And that would make them great friends. I just don't. As Jackman told Wilson, being a new chief at a new location is going to be kind of hard. But Wilson managed to do Trouble 4 without Jackman's help. Without Jackman's help whatsoever. As he said, as he told Wilson, as Wilson rolled home as he rolled back to, he said goodbye to his old, and he grabbed CP1. But then before that, V said, "Where are you going, Wilson?" Said, "Going to the new chub." But wait, Wilson, didn't you know? What? Just like the Chuggington tunnel, New Crane City is actually being connected right now as we speak to our tunnel system. It's going to be a special orange tunnel. Oh, a special orange tunnel? Well, to go to it? Yeah. So, as Wilson went down, is it under renovation? Yes, it will be under renovation we're actually reaching the 4-minute mark. The 4:38 mark. FYI, in the movie right now, we're reaching the 4:38 mark. Yeah? Any idea? And I needed to get a rare. I didn't want to. bubbles and gold. Bubble and gold. So, So, you see, Wilson said, can I go down it? Yes, the tunnel is almost being completed by the Chugginger right now. And Wilson went down that as he still took Chug before one with him. As Wilson said, you know, I'm going to Area 51 if I'm going right to the gold mine, then to the beach, and then underwater. I believe with these requirements, I can suck up. As we end the movie, with Wilson entering seeing all the new Chubba fools that he gets to command, and say, Chuck, as he gets to teach him everything he learned from Jackman, Dunbar, Geiler, all of his old teachers. Sure, we end the movie with Wilson coming back. As Wilson says, as V says, how'd you like your first day? As Wilson decided not to sleep there. The tunnel doesn't take that long. It's like a 2-hour. It's like a 2-hour. It's a 2-hour thing. Well, it takes 2 hours to go there. So Wilson said, why don't you just sleep here, Chief Wilson? I have friends waiting back for me at Chuggington. I have friends waiting back for me. Oh, then So, Wilson says, hey Coco. Also, something I forgot to mention is that Wilson told Coco and Brewster that the same day that he told Jack, man. Coco and Brewster were okay with him leaving to go to a new place, but they were sad that they wouldn't never see him again. Are you sure, Wilson? 100%. Anyway, Wilson continued to use the tunnel, going back and forth. And so this ends my episode of how Not Pond Guide and how to change to make TV shows that should get a movie. I will think of another one for next time. And I'm out.